are going to teach you a drawing project inspired by...
my favorite artist, Yayoi Kusama. And the drawing that we're doing is this flower, polka dot flower. And
what you'll need
for this project is some colored pencils and a piece of white paper. You don't have to have a square piece of paper like us. We just cut our paper to a square to make it look
symmetrical.
Different.
You know, and
so you can just do it on a regular rectangle piece of paper.
If you like.
And then you'll also need a pencil sharpener, and then
a pencil,
of course. And then we have these bottle caps and coins because if you don't like drawing circles by freehand,
yeah, you might think that you can't be consistent. But if you're good at tracing stencils and you want perfect circles, use these as your little
bottle
stencils.
caps
and coins. To trace
and
around.
you can use them of different sizes, or you can use all one size.
Yeah, we'll recommend it as we go. And what else do we need?
That's it.
That's it.
Be sure to pause the video here and gather your supplies if you haven't already. Then unpause when you're ready to begin.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about the artist. So what country is Yayoi Kusama from?
She's from Japan?
Yep, she's from Japan. And she's been making art since the 1950s, and she is still alive.
She is 91 years old, and her birthday was only 4 days ago.
Yeah, and every day she walks to her studio.
Well,
she's actually in a wheelchair.
Actually, by the time you see this, it'll be 5 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, she still makes art every single day. She has a wheelchair and I guess an assistant who walks her to her big studio, and she makes art. She does drawings, she does paintings, she also does amazing sculptures. And she does spaces like installations, and those she's really famous for. But the one thing they all have in common,
called infinity rooms.
Yeah.
They're with a couple of mirrors on the sides of the room, and then there's something in the middle of it or around it, like hanging lights or something, or there's like pumpkins on the ground.
And the mirrors multiply the image or the objects in the room, so it looks like it goes on for infinity.
And the door is also a mirror, so when you go inside, it seems like it's mirrors all around you.
And we have made a really cool infinity room sculpture pumpkins, and those you can find that video on our Pinterest page.
Yes, and also you hopefully will make another video like this for the pumpkins.
Yeah, you never know. But let's tell you more about the project of today.
Yes.
I want to show you some examples of her.
So here are some examples of her sculptures, her flower sculptures. So there's one in a museum, and here is one in a local park. We'll zoom those up to you.
And this is another one in a park. So she does
And
public
here's
art
another
too.
one in a museum.
And lastly, what is this one right here? This one, that's a picture of Yayoi Kusama in front of one of her famous sculptures. She is known for her wig she wears, and it is bright like fire orangey red.
And she wears like polka dot dresses, polka dot shirts.
Like our backdrop we painted this morning.
Yeah, all of it's polka dots.
So we're gonna move out some of our examples while you guys grab your supplies, and then we're gonna get started. We'll keep this example right here, and I will draw mine right here and hold it up so you can see it as we go. And Lily, well, she's gonna do hers on the tabletop. So if you're ready to go, the one thing that all the flowers have in common is they start with a circular center. So right in the middle of your page.
And the center of the flower, it kind of reminds me of like an eye. Yeah.
It does, but we're gonna start with the circle part of the eye shape.
Which is the iris.
The iris. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take our pencil and let's put a circle right in the middle. Don't make it any bigger than this. Like no bigger than one of those mini
That one
tangerines.
kind of seems like it's a little off center.
Oh, that's okay if you're
Yeah,
off center.
but you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. So give us that circle. Now you're going to make 3 more concentric circles. That means a circle inside of a circle inside of a circle like a target. So
And
now,
remember, you can use a stencil for your circles also.
yeah, or you can freehand. I'm freehanding it all, okay?
I might do
1,
my second circle.
2, and 3. The littlest one looks like the size of a bead.
Ooh. The next
Now,
one-
if you use the stencils, it could take longer. So after you practice with either way, you can decide if you like stenciling or if you'd rather
Oh,
freehand
wow.
it. Yeah, and
Got
sometimes
it.
you gotta have a little control with the stencils too. Go ahead and put 1 small circle in the middle.
I'm gonna do that one for you.
Okay, great.
Let me just redo those lines that I erased.
No,
over.
you're good enough. They're good. Because we're gonna go over this with colored pencils later.
Yeah.
These are just our guidelines to start. We're gonna compose the entire image first. And then after that, we're going to go in with color. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna put 1 from the middle circle to the next circle. Give me 1 little line on top. Now we need a total of 5 lines coming from the center to the second ring. Just like that. And now, kind of like how bricks are stacked, we're gonna stagger our lines on the next section. So if you have 2 lines here, you're gonna put 1 in between, start on the second ring, go to the third ring.
It's just like the lines in your eyes.
Just like that. Just like that. And what do you think you do to the last
You're
one?
gonna do the same thing, stagger them with the lines in between.
Stagger them with the lines in between. So now, each section, these sections get bigger and bigger than the ring before. So that was pretty simple, I think. Now what you're gonna do is you're going to make the shape of the eye, which is like a lemon
Or like an almond.
or like a football.
Yeah.
So what I like to do is if you have an eraser at the end of your pencil and you want to practice, you can just scrape your eraser across and draw with your eraser. Because if you don't like the shape, afterwards, all you have to do is go like this and change it, and you don't have to have those pencil marks that sometimes you can't get rid of.
This oval or the other part of your eye is kind of diagonal, so you can do it whichever way
You can have it
want.
straight
You can
across
have
or
it
diagonal.
straight, diagonal, whatever.
I like it diagonal. So watch. I'm going to take my eraser and I'm going to make this eye a little diagonal like that.
I'm gonna do mine a bit straight.
Okay.
So
And then what I do is I draw on top of my pencil crumbs. Just like this.
oh, and don't go all the way to the edge of your paper.
Yeah, and then I rub off my pencil crumbs, and there I've got it. Okay? Looking good. Lily is carefully strategizing where she's gonna put it. And once she's got it, you don't wanna go all the way to the end of the paper because it'll be too big.
I can kind of see the indents.
Okay, so go ahead and draw it. That's good. I think that's looking good. And when you make that line, make a full line on top and make a full line on bottom. Don't make little broken, hairy lines to get there because you know where you're going. Just go for it. Okay, now we are ready for the next step. Now, a lot of hers, like this one, you see the eye in it now, and then next to it are these mini petals. They're like, maybe
They're like
the
your eyelashes.
Yeah, they're like the eyelashes to the eye in the middle. So what we're gonna do now is you're gonna make it look like, let's say like a triangle. I'm gonna do one right in the middle, like that.
These ones are kind of like rounded flowers.
They're like rounded triangles. They look like a leaf, almost.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is make a puffy triangle like that. I'm gonna make at least 5 on top. Just like that.
And they could be any size you want. They could be really small and they could be really long.
Yeah.
And skinny.
So go for it.
How many on the top?
5. I usually start in the middle so that I can space them out even, but it's whichever way you want to do it. Put that middle one right above the center.
Oh.
No, that's great. Okay, let's see your paper. There we go. Let's move these. Okay, nice. You're gonna do the same thing to the bottom. Start in the center. Now it's like an upside down.
Well, you don't have to start it.
Well, then you can space them even. Okay, so you start, it's like an upside down version of what you just did. And you want 5 over there.
Or if you want, you could just flip your paper around and then do it.
Yeah, that's true.
You're doing it on top. If it's too hard for you to draw upside down.
So we've got the center of our flower right now. Now we're gonna do the petals. So most of our petals, I'll show you, are shaped with 2 flatter sides and 3 curves at the end. And the middle curve of those 3 curves is a little bit longer or lower. Let me show you how that's done. Now we are doing a super close up of a flower. The whole flower might not be in it, and she did some paintings like this too, which was our inspiration. So if I want a whole leaf in it, I might go to here and make, in between here, make 2 lines, just like that, and then make a middle puff, like a rainbow, and then 2 more rainbows on the side that connect to the side. And that's how you get 1 petal. But let me show you what happens next. When you do the next one, you put the 2 lines, the middle one might go off the edge, and then these ones go like that.
It's kind of like what you would do for like Takashi Murakami flower. You would do like a kind of like bottom of like a triangle.
Yeah, and you know what?
Like rounded.
You also are, you know, zooming in. So when you zoom in, you don't see the entire, you know, image. Just like when you take a photograph, parts are cropped off, but we know they go past there. So we gotta imagine this goes past there. So I'm gonna do one here. And I got that middle rainbow shape, and then I've got a couple more. You can make them looser than that too. I can have one here and make it go woo.
Is it okay if some petals go behind?
Yeah, and if you want to only have 5, you can do this. You can change it to where you go around 2. Like that. I think I'm gonna have less petals, so I'm gonna combine these 2 right here. I had 2 petals here and here. Now I'm gonna combine these and have 1 curve up here and this curve come over there, like that. It's up to you, okay? Most of our flowers only have about 5 petals. So I've got 1, 2, 3. You know, I'm gonna combine these 2. Or I can have a lot of little petals. That is completely up to you. So I'm adjusting that. Okay, so I've got double. I'm gonna do one over here. This one would go way off here and come back in like that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna have 6 petals because I'm gonna have one here. It goes like that, and I'm gonna have one over here. So now I have all my petals.
I have all my petals too.
Yeah, now if you made your petals really big, the next step, you're gonna inline them. If you made your petals really small, you're gonna outline them. So you're probably wondering, what is inline and what's outline? We're gonna add 2 lines so that we have an area to color in.
It's just like how it sounds like. You're putting another line
In it.
on the inside and you're putting a line on the outside of it.
So since I made such big petals that they're going off the page, I'm gonna inline. So that means I follow this shape and I double it. I do that to this one. I double it.
But on my small petal right here, I'm gonna outline it. So I put a line on the outside, but I don't make it too thick that like it's touching my other flower. I still keep it in the shape of the flower.
And we just do that to all our petals, okay? So we're gonna make this outline that gets a color later.
You're pretty much making it look the same exact way as all the other ones.
So you can see it looks
But
like.
you just do it a little differently.
Alrighty. So we've got that. Woo! That one kind of like
There.
got a little happy. Okay, ready. We have done this. We've got this composition. So all that's left now is we're gonna add a leaf. So you see how she has these really funky leaves that like
They're
stick
not
out?
really like
They're
a
not really
leaf
like a
shape.
leaf. They look like a blob. I don't
Yeah,
know.
more like a
A dropper.
round, like oval or circle.
Yeah, like the end of a golf club.
See, look at these ones. Look at these petals. They're kind of straight, and they're not really petals.
Yeah, so look and see if in the corners anywhere you have a little
Leaf
space.
shapes.
If you've got a little space, then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna make one of these shapes.
Oh,
and
no,
fit
you're
in.
gonna make a stem also, or
Only if you want to, but we're doing it so
won't
close.
it just look the same as a leaf?
It's up to you.
They
You can
kind
put
of
one-
look the same.
Okay, you can put one in. You can put it right here. And then I'm gonna fit one more right in here. So it just looks like a wavy bit that goes off the page. Those are gonna be my two leaves. Top corner, bottom corner. And now I'm going to double the line that was around the eye and I'm gonna inline it. So I'm going like this.
Your eye, like touches your inside part of the eye.
Yeah, oh, like the iris.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got all the parts except for the circles. Okay, some circles are gonna be so small, you see here, that you're going to do them freehand. They're smaller than our stencils. And then some are gonna be a little bigger. So let's start with the easiest ones. Right here, inside the eye, you're just gonna make little ones. I want you to give me at least 6 or 7
We're
on
gonna
each
do
side.
those freehand because we don't have stencils.
Yeah, but small circles, I am sure you can draw.
Yeah. Or
You
if you do have something small enough to draw those circles with, go ahead and
Yeah,
use
if you
it.
happen to have a stencil template, which we have those, but most people at home wouldn't have those, so we don't have them. Now, when you do your circles, have some half circles. That's where the circle is right on the edge, like that. Then go to this side, give me like 5, maybe 5 circles, and then give me some half circles. Looking good. So, the circles, the dots, we're gonna have a lot. Just hang in there. Now in each one of those things that looks like an eyelash and it's shaped kind of like a leaf, give me between 5 to 7 circles in each. Depends on how big or small yours are.
Or you can add more than 5 or 7.
It's tough. I'm only adding 5 in mine, and that's tough enough because this one's pretty small. And on these, we're not having any half circles. They're right there floating in the middle. Okay, so I've got all my circles in those little eyelash shapes. There you go. Okay, Lily is just getting hers going. So while she's getting hers going, if there's anybody who wants to go ahead, you can see where circles are in each section on our example. So we've done these on the eye. we've done these on the little black spots that look like eyelashes. And then next we're going to do more small ones on the background, and then we're going to use the stencils if we're ready. Okay, so now in the background, that's the area that is not a flower, and it's not, if it's not a flower petal and it's not a flower leaf, then it's the background. So it's all the negative space back here, so that you can put little circles. You can have circles tucked under the petals. So that's where you see a hat.
And if you don't know what negative space is.
Oh, I just told them. It's the space that is not leaves or petals or the flower.
Oh, yeah.
It's all the space that has nothing in it. It's our background.
Yeah.
So on that, go ahead and add a bunch of full circles and half circles. If it's near an edge, it's a half circle. So I'm just going around all my negative space. I didn't put any in my leaf because I'm going to put bigger ones in that one. Try to close all your circles up that you draw. You don't want to have an open circle because then you don't know where to fill it in as easily.
I'm just now starting my
Your background circles?
Background circles.
Okay.
Oh, and also in your background circles, can you do half circles?
Yeah.
Cool. Because I heard that you're not
Not in the eyelashy things.
the eyelashes.
Okay.
Cool.
So now we're going to we're still finishing filling in our negative space, our background.
And you can do them all different sizes too in the background.
So now mine looks a little like this, and I'll bring it a little closer so you can see. And there it is. So far, our composition is almost complete. Now, if you're waiting and you want to trace some perfect circles, my suggestion is get a dime, because that's a really good size, or get a nickel. But bottle caps, they're pretty big. This one, I think, is going to be a little too big. So, on that one. This one could still work, but it's pretty big.
Yeah, nickel's pretty big.
Yeah. So, the next step is that we're going to do the 2 or 1 leaf. I don't know how many leaves you had, but I'm gonna go ahead and do mine right here. I'm gonna take this dime and I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it right to the side like this, and I'm gonna trace around it. Oh boy, didn't do so good with that one. I'm trying to hold it at an angle you guys can see good. Okay, so I got this shape, but I kind of slid it a little. I got one part of a circle, then I'm gonna do another part over here. I'm gonna hold it. If you hold your pencil straight up, you can usually get around an object easier. So I've got 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to do one more right here. Right there. So that's my 3 partial circles inside of a leaf. And then I go to the other one and I do my 3 partial circles inside this leaf. Yeah, you don't have to try. You can do small ones on the back. It's up to you. You guys are making this your own.
Almost done with my background.
Okay.
Oh, and try not to get your negative space confused or mixed up with your leaves or your petals.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I do that.
Sometimes you like start putting dots in it that
Yeah.
size? Okay. Looking good. All right. So we only have one more section to make circles in, and that is going to be the leaves. So you can decide, this is the one where you're going to make some big circles. I'm going to go ahead and take a quarter And I'm gonna make...
Oh, wait, you said your leaves, your petals.
I meant my petals, okay? So I'm gonna take this quarter. It's gonna be my biggest circle. I'm gonna put one of these in each one of my petals. Even if you do a partial, like that one. And this one I'll do right here. This one's kind of a partial one. This one I'll do the whole thing. Okay, so now I started out and I have one in each petal. Then I can do some other sizes. I'm gonna go for the nickel next. So this nickel, I put it anywhere, but when I trace around it, I don't want to trace the whole thing if I'm covering up something else. So since I was covering up this little, what I call the eyelash piece, since I was covering that up, I only go to the side of it. Then I can do another one here, and maybe another one here. And I'm just going to keep going around holding my coin down, which is a nickel size, and going around these different things. So I just keep making my way around. This one and here. So I've got 2 petals done by tracing the coins. And now I'm going to, I've got 2 out of my 6. I got 4 more to go. So go ahead and go for it. Remember, if you don't feel like tracing coins or caps, just freehand it. Just like that. How's it going, Lily?
Good.
So let me tell you a little bit more about Kusama. So she loves dots. She started painting in the 1950s, about the time when Andy Warhol, the famous pop artist, was painting. And she was from Japan. And the crazy thing was that in the 1950s, a girl in Japan was never thought of becoming a famous artist. She had a passion for art, but her parents didn't support that passion. They just wanted her to marry somebody and stay at home. And she really wanted to do her art. And so she left Japan and came to New York City in I think the late 50s, early 60s, and to pursue her art career. When she first started, she started by doing dots. And she was doing teeny tiny dots. She painted teeny tiny dots. Tons and tons and tons of dots. Where they were like speckles almost, black dots on a white paper. She called them Renette paintings. And just very interesting. So, I've got one more to go. Wow. So now she's so popular, you know, what is this, like 70 years, 60, 70 years afterwards, no, 60, so it's 40, 50, like it's like 50 to 60 years after she first started making art, she is more popular than she's ever been. And when she has an art show at a museum, you have to wait in line to get in. And even when she had her infinity room at the Bellagio here in Las Vegas, you had to wait in line for a long time to get to go in the room. You know?
You had to wait like about 15 minutes.
Yeah, and if you want to see what the infinity room looked like, Lily did a little vlog on that that's on our YouTube channel, and I don't know what we call that, visiting the infinity room of Kusama in Las Vegas. Or
Yeah,
something
like that.
Yeah. So she walks into the room with the camera, and you get to see the room with lights that goes on for infinity. Gosh, what else? But she's so popular and famous that she even has her own fabrics, and one of the designer clothing stores used her art as patterns on some of their the things that they sold, and that was the store called Louis Vuitton. And then that year they decorated their whole store like Kusama with tons of polka dots everywhere. You're just about done with half of them, right?
Mm-hmm. I do like 3 designs of each coin, and then I do some freehand.
So whenever I tell you about an artist, you know, and you think they sound kind of interesting, you should Google them to learn more. And you can find all kinds of things. You can also, besides, just Googling some printed information and the images of their art, you can also go to YouTube and look up things, because some artists have documentaries. And she has a documentary about her life and the type of art she did and why she did it. Hers is called Infinity, and it's worth seeing. But in general, we do a lot of art inspired by famous artists, because I want all the kids to learn about people in history, and also it's fun to keep learning more. So Lily, it looks good. It looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and go on with the people at home. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna find a black colored pencil. And with that black colored pencil, you're going to thicken up all the lines around the eyes. Now, only a few things am I going to ask you to do certain colors. And the majority of it, you're going to just choose the color you want to use. So in the center of the eye, I'm starting to thicken all these lines with a black colored pencil. So I'll go ahead and keep going. So I make one line, and then I make a second line, and then I fill in between. And then I do all the across lines, the ones that made it look like a starburst. Now remember, you don't have to have any, don't strive for total perfection, but what you want to do is have bold, bright colors. See? Woo! So a bit like this. There we go. So that's how we start the center. Then on everything else, you want to do it any color you want, but if you want it to look really Kusama-like, then all the petals match them. So whatever color scheme you come up with one petal, do for the other. Whatever color scheme you come up for the eyelash shape, do it for all the others. And then it will have this bold look. This one, look at these right here. We've got a white flower with red dots. If you do this one, you don't even have to color in the background, right? And oh, this looks a lot like that one. This one back here is magenta with yellow dots. Let's see. This color scheme is red with yellow dots. Let me see what this one is. Keep going though. Okay, this is the red with the yellow dots too. Okay. So I think I'm gonna use the black for only one more thing, the eyelashes. And those, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to outline it, then I'm gonna go around each one of my circles, and now I just fill in between. You want to make sure that you color in nice and solid. This is why we said this is a little bit more advanced, because it takes a lot of time to color in these details. And a lot of effort too. Yeah, and you want it to be clean. So there's one of those shapes. Now I gotta do all the others, and I had 10 in all, so I've got 9 more to go. So now we're coloring in. So this is the part that takes a lot of time. But I'm gonna go fast to show you how to do it. Since the coloring takes a lot.
Do you just black out like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Since the coloring takes a lot, this is part of the video where you can pause at any time. Because I'm gonna start speeding up my pace because the rest is just coloring in, right?
Also, if you pick like a translucent color or like a bright color that like pencil shows through, you can always at the end erase your pencil, right?
Yeah, well, it depends. Depends on if you're a really hard writer or a light writer.
For me, I'm a pretty hard writer.
So now I'm going around each one of my little shapes, circling in the dots. As you can send us a comment to either our Instagram page, which is, Art Classes for Kids on Instagram, or you can send an email to kim@artclassesforkids.com, and then I can look at your note, and a lot of times I've been getting pictures on my email, and then I can see your art. You can also let me know if there's anything you'd really love to make, or any artist you want to learn. Yeah, if you have any artists you'd like to learn more about, we probably already have a project designed for it, and if we don't, we will design one.
Well, we won't really design it because we're not really designing it.
No, but we're creating it.
But we'll find one for
Yeah.
you and we'll show you it in one of our videos.
Yeah. What I like to do is find an artist's art that the kids really like, and then I create a project that I can teach them about the artist with. And we have thousands and thousands of projects to share with everyone. Okay, so now I've gotten to where I have colored all of those, and those are the hardest, most detailed part, I think. So now I'm gonna pick what color I want for my my eye, the rest of my eye. So I think I'll make it. Man, should I make this same flower? Should I make this? So far I've done colors similar, except the center had the green
Well,
ones.
I could do that.
Or do that, or I'll just see what colors out here look really good. Okay, I'm gonna do. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna do pink in here, like they had. So I'm gonna do all these circles with pink, and then I go and I inline it like that. So you see, I've got it like that. Then I go in and I fill this part in. So keep on filling.
And the coloring is the part that takes the longest.
The coloring is the part that I want you to go at your pace. So if you don't get finished before the video's over, that's okay. You will know what to do. Then I go over to this side, go around all my dots.
For my picture, I'm going to keep all my dots blank.
Oh, okay.
And then just do the outside. Except for my background, I'm going to color in my dots. And for my stem, I'm going to color in my dots.
So I've got this much time. Now I'm going to pick a color for that outline of the eye shape. I think I'm going to pick green. So now I've got green. I like that we're doing it really close up, because it looks like a polka dot flower explosion, you know? Okay, now I've got the outline for the eye. Now I'm gonna put some color in the center, that target, kind of bricky target looking thing. I think I'll use, ooh, gosh, what color should I use? How about I use turquoise? See if I've got some kind of turquoise, this color right here. So I've got this here. Now I'm gonna go like this. Now, if your color is black, black usually can handle a light color going over it. So you could just do this. Then if you want it brighter, kind of go into those spaces. You can do 2 spaces at a time, maybe. And that's my trick for coloring in something really fast. Just color on top of it. Okay, So next I'm going to choose some colors for some dots. Okay, I'm gonna use yellow-orange for inside of all the eye dots. So I'm just cruising through because you know, I've colored before. I know how to do this fast. So I've got that, and now I need a color for inside those little eyelash shapes. So that I'm going to do this like plum purple color.
So I'm done with my little eyelash parts. So now I'm gonna do my eye on the outside.
Okay,
of my
now.
eye. I'm gonna do silver.
Silver, that'll be awesome. Metallic colors are pretty cool. See, there we go.
I'm gonna try to outline the eye first with the silver, and then I'll do the inside. Because sometimes it helps you stay within the lines if you outline it.
Oh, I see.
It
Okay.
helps me stay in the
So now I've got all my purple inside those little eyelash black shapes. Oh my gosh, what am I on now? Now I gotta do the big petals and I have to decide a color. I'm not gonna do red and white because I did that on that example. So, how about if I do this color of blue? It's, what do they call this in Prismacolor? And by the way, Prismacolors, if you're ever gonna buy yourself a set of Prismacolors, you know, they are the best. I'm telling you, they're the best, but you gotta be very gentle with them when you sharpen them because in the sharpener, they're so soft that they could break off a lead. This is called Ultramarine Prismacolor Blue. I'm gonna go ahead and do my outline of my petals with this. Okay, now I'm gonna do the inside, all these circles, the same color blue. I'm gonna go ahead and do all the outlines, then I'll do all the circles. How's it going, Lily?
Great.
Let's move off these. So this is when it starts taking a lot of time.
But if there are some of those people out there, who love to color, then this is the project for
then
you.
this is your dream project. It's kind of like you made your own coloring page in your book of, you know, your coloring book. I wonder if there's a Kusama coloring book. Maybe.
There probably is.
Yeah, it's a Museum of Modern Art or something.
Mama, to be
Yeah.
specific.
Okay, and then we're. Oh my gosh! By the time I get to this last petal, I think I'm gonna need a sharpening.
Try not to go outside of the lines.
Yep. There you go. Now I'm gonna need to sharpen already. I didn't even make it to my last petal. So I'm gonna go over to my electric sharpener because it's a lot quicker. Okay, so here we go. Okay. So yeah, well, like I was mentioning before, if you have any artists you really want to learn about, please let me know so that we can make a project or we can dig out one of our projects that are inspired by that artist.
And we can make it happen for you.
Yep. And all of my petals are outlined. Now it's just time to get to the dots. There we go. Looking good. Color, color, color. Are you shaking your hand out? Then if your hand cramps, then maybe don't press so hard.
You can watch this video all the way through, and then
Watch it again.
you can just color all the rest in after you've watched this video.
There you go. Oh my gosh, I'm down to my last two petals. I'm down to my last two petals, and I think I need to sharpen again. Yep, time to sharpen. Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's my last dot.
Great, it's my last dot. Yay. So now you can see all my petals. But now to make this pop out of this area more, I need to color my background. And I want to come up with some contrast. That means a color very different than this blue-violet, or ultramarine as they call it. So I think I want to do red. And I'm having a red kind of day.
Easter colors.
You are. So I'm going to take red, this red right here, and I'm going to color my background. So I'm going to once again go around all my circles and then fill in.
I'm not really going for a big pop of color. I'm just going with whatever I want.
You're just going intuitively through your art. Whatever you feel like at the time that you get to it, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite thing, Lily? Drawing, painting, or sculpting?
I like all of it.
You like it all?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of your electives at school? Acting or singing?
Oh, I love choir.
She loves choir. Yeah, so, we're not an all art family. We love art, but, we love a lot of other things. We love going to Broadway musicals at the Smith Center.
Yeah, that's our little hobby.
Yeah, that's our
Family
little special.
hobby.
That's our family treat. What videos or what musicals have you seen?
Me?
Yeah, can you name some that you've seen?
Yes. Hamilton.
Hamilton was the bomb.
We saw.
Nosebleed section we're in, but we still got an opportunity to see.
Yeah. We saw. Oh, we saw Rent. We
Rent?
saw.
Gosh, what else did we see? What were your favorites?
Oh, we saw Little Mermaid as one.
Yeah, your other
We
favorite
saw-
one with the song Gravity.
Oh yeah, we saw Wicked.
Yeah. What was the crazy one we just saw?
I forgot.
Underwater.
Underwater. Oh, SpongeBob the musical. I loved that one.
SpongeBob, but the musical. Alrighty, so now I've got most of my background. I still have the top to do, but I'm going to turn it this way where my arm reaches it better. You can always turn your paper around to an angle that makes it easy for you to color.
Yes, do whatever's best. Oh, sorry. Do whatever's best for you.
Yes, and as soon as I'm done coloring, I'm gonna make sure you know that you can take your time. So keep taking your time. Don't think you have to keep up with me on this, but I wanna show you how my finished drawing turned out. Wow, I'm getting closer.
I'm on my 4th petal.
We need to get some exercise today after this.
Yep.
Yeah, so I suggest we either go look up like...
We're gonna do Lily's challenge.
Okay, Lily set up a chart to have a fitness challenge. We also have Just Dance, if you know what that is, where you can dance to video games.
Everybody knows Just Dance.
But we need some exercise. We need to move. So now I've gotten all of my background colored in. I went for, oh gosh, mine's looking kind of patriotic, kind of red, white, and blue, most of it. So now my leaves, I'm gonna make lime green, or light green and dark green. So let me set this here. I think I will have light green on the outside, on the background part of my leaves, and I'll make the dots the dark green. Or I'll go with a blue-green. We're all so focused into coloring. People all have their own style of coloring. Some people get like really serious. Some people I've taught art to, as soon as they start coloring, they stick their tongue out. Kind of like when Michael Jordan would shoot a basket, he would have his tongue sticking out partially. Some kids like, yeah.
I've never noticed that
You
before.
didn't notice that. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I need to do more things. Okay. After I get my dark green in my leaves. Do I want that? No, I'm going to pick. Let me try this color. Yeah, I like this color.
You can always
It's like a blue
test
green.
colors on the back of your paper if you're not sure how that color would turn out on your paper, and if you don't want it at the last.
So now I'm getting these leaves, their colors. Okay, I've got all that, but I'm gonna put some color in my background dots. So I think I'm gonna go with a light orange, this one right here. So now that this is a light orange, I can either go into each individual dot, or since it doesn't seem to show up on my red much, I'm gonna just go over the red. Then I don't have to worry about staining the lines. I'm just going like this, fills it in. That will only work if the color that you're filling in is lighter than the color next to it. But that helps me zoom through it. So hopefully all these different tricks and tips and techniques, you know, have opened your eyes to some options that you might not have tried before. See, I'm just zooming through it.
But I think he also does say happy little trees.
So now, I've got mine all colored in because I chose to leave my petals white with blue dots. So it just depends on what you chose to do. When you get done, you might want to touch up things or add a little extra color. I don't know, I think mine's pretty, I kind of like mine this way. So what do you think, Lily? Do you think it looks done?
Ooh, those look really cool.
Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow or sometime soon. And I just want you to keep making cool art. If your class will be framing their artwork, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. If your class isn't framing your artwork, no worries. I'll just catch you on the next lesson. Now, what you're going to need to frame the artwork are a few supplies. You're going to need a cardboard backing that matches the size of the artwork that you are going to mount. You're going to need a glue stick, tape, your label, and a piece of cellophane. It might be rolled up or it might be flat. And you're going to need something to mount the artwork. Well, before I get started on mounting, I'm going to make sure that I have my label, that maybe you've already written your name and date and maybe you haven't. If you haven't, get that name and date on there. It's really important to know when you made it because you might have this thing for years, for decades. Your parents might frame it and stick it in their home and they want to know, how old were you when you made that? And they can figure that out from the date. Or maybe you can be really successful and it's gonna be worth millions of dollars one day, who knows. I put a little glue on the back of that. You don't need tons of glue, just enough to stick it down. And then you're going to put it on the back. How do you know? Are you gonna put it where the art's vertical or where it's horizontal? Well, you gotta decide by what kind of art you have. I have a vertical piece, so I need my label to read vertically. And there it is. I flip it over and now I'm going to make some tape loops. Well, this curly tape that I just took off, I can reuse because, you know, it's less trash in the earth. So what I do is I roll it the same direction it unrolled and I make a tape loop and I just press it down. Then I make another one. That's messy, but it's still gonna work. No one's gonna see it as long as the sticky side is out. I don't want it to hang over the edges because then it might show. I only need 4 of these and I also press them down. I don't keep them in a puffy loop shape. So I have this big ball of tape. I just pull off some of it somewhere and then roll it up, press it down. So now I've got my 4 pieces of tape. I'm going to lay this on top and I'm going to match up the corners so it's flush with the board. Whoop, it's not over there, so I adjust it. And I push it down, but I don't touch the art because I don't want it to smear. It might be oil pastel, it might be chalk pastel, it might be something else that's smeary. So now I'm ready to wrap with cellophane. So I take my cellophane and I open up the roll if it's not a flat piece, and I don't want it to keep rolling up. So I'm going to flip it over so it doesn't roll up. Then I lay it out and I center this, or if it's a lot bigger, I can see that I have even amounts on each side, but this side I got a big piece. So I can just trim that. Don't over trim it, make sure it can fold over to the back. And now just remove that. And I'm going to start on one side. I'm going to fold over. It's kind of like wrapping a gift. And I need my tape handy. I might have a little tape that doesn't have a weight on it, and then I'm just keeping it really close to me. But what I'm doing is I'm going to rip it and whip it on the tape. Gonna rub that down. I go to the opposite side that I just taped. That's across from it. And I put my second piece of tape. Then I do the two sides. I fold it over, put one piece of tape there, go to the opposite side, right over here. Fold it over, get my tape on it. Now I do each of the corners. What I want to do is tuck in the cellophane so it doesn't show from the front. How I do that is I pinch this together, makes a little triangle, and then I fold this a few times and roll it down. And I can use one piece of tape, or if I need two, I can always use two. Then I turn this and I do the next corner. And I turn it again, and remember I pinch it, I fold it, I roll it until it's flat. Make my tape go across, and the last corner, I pinch it together, I fold it, I roll it, and I press down. And I check it out. It looks like it's nice and tight. Let's see what it looks like on this side. Oh, nice and tight. Now I can rub my hand on top of it and it doesn't smear. Ta-da! And this is how it turned out. So this is going to protect it. It makes a great presentation, and it makes me feel like my artwork is amazing. And also, your artwork is amazing. Everyone's is going to look different. No one's going to look exactly like mine, but it doesn't need to. I just want you to have fun making cool art, learning about new artists, and building some skills while I teach you a few new techniques. I hope you're having fun making cool art, and we'll see you at the next lesson.